Hi guys, welcome back to another reacts. Today we're watching the most American thing ever, Bass Pro Shops.
Nothing is normal. Absolutely nothing. Every time I start a video,
That's very true. Nothing is ever normal here.
I was like, this is a cool company. I'm sure completely normal things are happening there. Never.
Right. I think the last time I stepped into a Bass Pro Shops, they were selling chocolates and hunting gear.
Happens. Okay, started working on a Cabela's video, found out that they're actually owned by Bass Pro Shop. Okay, I'm gonna do a Bass Pro Shop video, and now there's Indian spiritual leaders and crystal skulls and pyramids and curses.
Boy, what's going on at Bass Pro Shops
involved, and I don't even know what's going on. Today we're talking about the most American thing that has ever happened. That time that we took the world's 7th largest pyramid and—
What the frick? Bass Pro Shops has a freaking pyramid? A freaking pyramid? What the frick?
Turned it into a Bass Pro Shops. Okay, and just so we're all on the same page, it is not the simple fact that America turned the world's 7th largest pyramid into a bait and tackle shop.
There's no way. Why are we turning a pyramid into a Bass Pro Shop?
American thing.
That's a lot of space inside. If that's the store, wow. There's so much space in there.
No, the most American thing is the story of how it happened, because it reads like a—
Don't worry, it only gets weirder. Oh my god.
Redneck Indiana Jones script, and it's absolutely insane. But we're gonna get to it right after a word from our sponsor.
A sponsor? Bro, I didn't come here to watch no sponsor. I wanted to see the Bass Pro Shops. Sorry guys. If anybody wanted to watch the sponsor, it's gone.
Down below, let's get back to the video. All right, buckle up. Things are about to get weird. Alex Jones may or may not be involved. Regardless, our story
Who's Alex Jones?
in
Oh, that's probably the
1948
sponsor.
when Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro Shops, is born. He grows up as the son of a World War II veteran that after coming back home from the war opens up a liquor store. That goes well, so he opens up another liquor store soon. He's got an entire chain of regional liquor stores called Brown Derby. Why on earth did they call it that?
Brown Derby. Brown Derby.
I have no idea. So then why did I bring
he has no idea.
up? Because it kind of sounds like a gay bar, and I think that's funny. Moving on. So Johnny spends his childhood growing up in Springfield, Missouri. His dad owns a chain of liquor stores in the Midwest. There's absolutely no way that guy's not making a ton of money.
He's making a buttload of money. Damn, they're rich.
Really nothing
Saphia, his sponsored bits are hilarious. I'm sorry, I had to skip it.
do in the Midwest other than drink and
Excessive drinking by county. Jesus, Missouri.
figure eight race, which, if we're being honest, is just racing with an intersection while you're half drunk anyways.
What?
Hell yeah.
So Johnny presumably has a pretty good childhood because his dad is taking him on all these hunting trips. He's going bass fishing out at Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh yeah, and this is where we get the Bass Pro Shops.
Ends up becoming this huge outdoors guy. He goes off to college where he, and I quote, majored in fishing.
Huh? How do you major in fishing? Was that a freaking major I missed out on? Damn.
Do that?
Comes back home from college, doesn't really know what he
fishing.
wants to do, but he does know it's a humongous pain in the ass to find good fishing equipment because remember, this is like the 1970s. There is no Amazon. You can't get on the internet and buy
That's true. There is no Amazon. So this is the birth of the first fishing store.
the fishing stuff. Okay, Bass Pro Shops doesn't exist yet. You got to know a guy that knows a guy that's making lures in his basement if you want to get good fishing tackle. So Johnny, fresh home from college where he just learned the laws of supply and demand, there's a huge demand for fishing stuff and there's a very low supply of it. Figures he's gonna fill that gap.
Easiest gap fill of my life, bro. Bro saw the market, filled it real quick, and then bam, made a lot of money.
Probably gonna make some money doing it. So he takes out a $10,000 loan, rents a U-Haul.
$10,000.
Travels.
That was probably like $100,000 back then.
Entire United States, making connections with local bait and tackle shops and buying up all of their inventory, and then brings it back to Springfield, Missouri. And
how did no one else think of this idea, bro?
Starts Bass Pro Shops in the back of one of his dad's liquor stores. Now remember what I said, there is no Amazon. You can't get online and order all your fancy bass fishing equipment. You got to know a guy that knows a guy, and pretty soon Johnny Morris becomes that.
Thank you, Kosiria, for the super chat.
guy. His phone number is getting passed around the fishing community like wildfire. The next thing he knows, he's getting phone calls from other states all over the country, placing orders, and then he's mailing stuff to people. This goes on for about 2 years, and then after that, he realizes he has an enormous catalog of names, addresses, and phone numbers of all the big fishermen all over the United States of America. So
damn, this is the easiest market capitalization girl boss nation exploitation of fishing. Easy.
he takes a risk. He prints out 10,000 Bass Pro Shops catalogs in 1974.
10,000 is a lot.
Mails them to absolutely everybody with all of his products inside.
That's so smart. Easy marketing.
Explodes into a humongous mail order business, which is basically the Amazon of its time. And
so he had Amazon back then. That's nice.
Continues to grow the business. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to start selling fishing boats out of my catalog too. But I'm not just going to sell the boat. I'm going to sell the boat with the motor and the trailer, all for one price. One-stop shop. You get everything.
What? That's a great deal. That's a great deal for anyone who's looking to start out fishing.
Up until this point, if you wanted to buy a fishing boat, you had to go buy the boat, then you had to go buy the motor, then you had to figure out how to get a fucking...
Like so many parts you have to buy, and he just made it so much easier for people.
Trailer, it was a whole day-long event. Now you could just call up Johnny and have the boat delivered to you. It was perfect. His boats end up becoming the most popular boat in America and the most manufactured boat on the planet.
That's crazy. That's insane. That's a lot of, like, being able to sell boats is a very, very big, lucrative job.
1980, he realizes, like, you know what? I bet people would really appreciate a place where they could just drive their truck, pick up the boat on the trailer, be able to look at all the fishing lures, all the stuff I have for sale. I'm going to build an enormous retail place. He builds the world's first Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World. It is 300,000.
That's so big. That's what she said. That's okay. Bass Pro Shops are like a museum. They are a work of art. They have every nook and cranny in the store.
1,000 square feet. There's fish tanks. There's exotic animals stuffed all over the walls. It's not just a store.
Okay, I'm always scared of the animals there. I've seen one that was like a little bobcat, and I was like, bro, it's gonna come at me, but it never did. But still, Bass Pro Shops, sometimes there are things that I feel like are just very out of place, but it's all part of it because it's all about hunting and fishing and everything of the above.
It's basically like a dead zoo, except the fish are alive. It's basically Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for rednecks, okay? People travel from hours and hours away to make their pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops. Okay, I can't
pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops.
stress to you enough how big of a deal the first Bass Pro Shops was, okay? To this day, the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri is considered the largest tourist attraction in the state of Missouri.
That's crazy. Yeah, honestly, that is true because it's very much like a museum. That's what I'm saying.
Singular store gets over 4 million customers a year.
You got
okay,
every
that's
type
like
of gear in
11,000
there
people
too.
a day
Camping
inside of this
gear.
bait and tackle shop. Okay, and at this point you're like, wow, that's a lot of people. No, that's a metric fuck ton of people going to buy fishing lures. Okay,
yeah, it's bigger than Disney World.
Disneyland gets 40,000 people a day. You've got 25% the business volume of Disneyland, and all you're doing is selling fishing equipment. Johnny Morris is literally the
He set up a freaking theme park for fishermen and hunters.
Walt Disney of rednecks at this point.
Walt Disney of rednecks.
Keep saying everybody that shops at Bass Pro Shops is a redneck. Don't do the whole I'm gonna get offended over literally nothing bit, okay? Nobody cares, okay? At the end of the day, there's only two types of outdoor people.
I thought he was gonna do another ad. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, there's Patagonia wearing outdoor people, and there's Bass Pro Shop outdoor people, okay? You've got outdoor...
What's Patagonia? Is that another store?
People that want to save the environment. You've got outdoor people that want to eat the environment, okay?
Outdoor people that want to eat the environment? How are they gonna eat the environment, huh? How are they gonna eat the environment? Run their fucking AI, bro? Eat up the water, gobble, gobble? Start fishing till there's no fish left? How are they gonna eat the environment?
For the ones that want to eat the environment, sorry,
okay.
You're a redneck. That's just how it goes.
I think
you're a redneck if you eat the environment. Oh.
We offended somebody out here.
Oh,
that
no.
ain't funny as it says.
Anyways, Outdoor World, outrageously successful. So when you find something...
Yo, this guy reminds me of Tim the Tap Man. That's who came to my mind. I forgot. same body build, same physique.
And that works, you keep doing it. So he opens up another one and another one.
And another 100+ locations. Bro, this place is never going out of business. If they just keep selling boats left and right, they're never going out of business.
And then another one. And next thing you know, he's got over 200 Bass Pro Shops, Outdoor Worlds,
all over owns the Walmart of fishing gear.
The country. So now at this point, Johnny Morris has built the business out wide, and the only place left to go is up and down. He vertically integrates the entire thing. So Johnny Morris figures, okay, well, who's upstream of me? I'm the middleman. I basically buy shit from a factory. I sell it at my store. I deliver it to the customer. Cool. Okay. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to start buying all the factories that make the shit in my stores. He buys out the boat company that makes all these boats, which to this day is still the most popular boat in America and the company that makes the most boats in the world. He buys the company that manufactures the four-wheelers that he sells in his stores. He buys up anything and everything that he can.
Damn, that's what happens when you have a lot of money. You just start buying shit up to like increase your business. That's crazy.
And then he makes that the Bass Pro brand. And in doing so, his brand is now absolutely everywhere. It's on boats, it's on ATVs, it's on clothing, it's on dining room sets, it's on fishing equipment. It's absolutely everywhere, to the point that everybody in America knows that brand. It's one of the most recognizable brands of all time. And in doing so, it's kind of polarizing, right? There's only two types of people in regards to Bass Pro Shop. There's people that like it and want to shop there, and those people are going to buy his merch and rep the company because they think it's awesome. And then there's people that want to make fun of the people that shop at Bass Pro Shop. And guess what they're gonna do? They're also gonna buy his merch to wear it ironically in an attempt to make fun of those people. Either way.
I mean, he has a valid point. Like, people will actually literally go down the hate train, and that'll make him more money because that's just like free marketing, bro.
Johnny Morris is making money off of both ends selling his merch.
If she isn't trying to shop at Bass Pro Shops on Xmas, we ain't lasting. One of my previous exes, I actually like went to Bass Pro Shops to shop for his dad. Like, we both went to Bass Pro Shops to get a Christmas gift because like his dad loved fishing and hunting and stuff. He had a budget of like $50, and like I think he bought like a hat or a beanie or a cap. His dad was like balding or something. No, his dad was bald, period. So he liked wearing hats.
Merch. It's absolutely brilliant. Not only is he conquering
his own market. It was a museum day at that point because I had never stepped foot in a Bass Pro Shop, like ever. Never ever. I think my dad did because he had loved fishing a lot, but never did I. That was the first time.
He's figured out a way to monetize the haters as well.
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
So Johnny Morris has done it. He's vertically integrated everything. Like, anything to do with fishing in America, he is inescapable. Like, you got to go through this guy if you want to be able to catch fish, essentially. So he's like, okay, well, I need to expand into related markets. What's related to fishing? Hunting. Most people that fish hunt, vice versa. So there's another company, almost the same exact business model and storyline to him, but it's the hunting version, and that's Cabela's. So he buys Cabela's out for $5 billion and combines the brands together.
$5 billion, Jesus. That's crazy.
Acquiring Cabela's, there's only one more company that he's actually competing with, and that's Sportsman's Warehouse. So he goes to buy them out too, and he gets like all the way to the very end. They're about to sign the contract, and Bass Pro Shops is about to own Sportsman's Warehouse. And the government agency, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, has to step in and stop the purchase of Sportsman's Warehouse, because if he buys it, they're going to declare it a legal monopoly. He is not allowed to.
Legal monopoly. I mean, bro, it's already monopolizing the entire market. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Buy up any more of the competition.
This is the worst.
At this point, Johnny Morris has essentially won capitalism. The government has had to come in and say, no, you're way too good at selling fishing lures. You're not allowed to do this, because then you're literally going to be the only option in the entire country. We've got to stop you. Here's the gold star for winning capitalism. Great work. Enjoy being
I mean, I've never heard of the other store that he just mentioned. I only remember Bass Pro Shops.
Billionaire, have a nice day. So Johnny Morris is like, okay, the government stepped in, not allowed to get any bigger at doing what I'm already doing. So my only other option now is to either just call it a day and retire, or I can expand into a related market. And at that point, he realizes like, okay, I'm going to do tourism. I'm already kind of...
Tourism? What's tourism?
in tourism already. I have the #1 tourist destination in Missouri, and my other stores are in the top 5 destinations.
Oh, like making it like a museum, or like what it is right now?
In like
Adding
8
the
other
fish?
states. So he gets more into tourism. He starts opening up Bass Pro Shop resorts, golf.
Oh, freaking resorts, bro! What the frick? What is this man on? He'll buy everything and anything. He never gets bored.
Courses. He has a fucking music festival. And then one day, the Memphis Pyramid comes up for sale. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck is there a pyramid in Memphis? Great question. Well, in the 1950s, there was this architect that wanted to make a big ass pyramid. He actually wanted to make 3 pyramids, but it never got that far. He never got around to it in his life, but his son also became an architect. And in the 1980s, he resurrected the idea, got the funding, and built the 7th largest pyramid in the world on the Mississippi River.
7th largest pyramid. Wow.
In Memphis. Right out of the gate, the Memphis Pyramid is extremely...
That is a destination to travel to. That looks really cool.
Polarizing.
Never seen the actual Great Pyramids, but you can see the bootleg version of a Bass Pro Shop in the United States if you want to.
You've got taxpayers that are like, I don't want you to take my tax money and build a giant fucking pyramid. No. And then there's other people that are like, fuck yeah, this is America. Let's build a giant pyramid. And then you've got people coming out of left field like Alex Jones claiming that the people behind it are part of the occult and they're building a secret satanic worship temple or some shit.
What?
These guys are admittedly into the occult. You can just look up their names. They're all in the local newspapers.
And originally, it was an event center. People were going to have basketball games there, boxing matches, Mike Tyson.
I could see it being an event center, right? Like there is really like, you know, there's domes, there's stadiums. Like I could have seen it be that, but now it's used for
spot there.
What
they
he's
were going
about
to have
to say.
concerts, all kinds of stuff. So
Concerts
they started building
too,
it
yeah.
in 1989. It finally opens up in 1991. And right before the Memphis Pyramid is about to open up, the maintenance crew goes up to the very top, and at the very top, there's a metal box welded at the top of the pyramid. And they're like, what the fuck is that? So they go, they get the project manager, they end up chipping away at this welding. They rip this box down. Inside this metal box is a smaller wooden box. So they pull that up, they open it, and there's like a of just incense and perfume and shit that comes out. And inside of the box is a fucking crystal skull inside of a velvet cloth.
What? What the heck? What? What is this? Oh my God. This is some kind of ritual shit. A crystal
Don't worry,
skull?
it gets weirder somehow.
Okay.
So they track down who put the crystal skull there, and somebody finally admits to doing it, and it is the founder of the Hard Rock Cafe and the House of Blues, Isaac Tigrit, because originally there was going to be a Hard Rock Cafe inside of the pyramid. Still
Okay, but what does the crystal skull have to do with it?
raises the question, why the fuck are we putting crystal skulls at the top like it's an Indiana Jones movie? Isaac Tigrit's reasoning was, I'm not making this up. I promise you, I can show you the interviews where he talks about it. When Isaac Tigrit was 27 years old, he was drunk driving his Porsche and crashed it, careening it off a 400-foot cliff. And as the car is rolling down the cliff, an Indian man appeared and like held him through the crash, and he walks out of this car wreck. The car is just completely obliterated, and he walks out without so much as a scratch or a bruise.
He appeared instantly in
Bro, what is this fever dream? What is this fever dream? Why, what? Where's this nonsense coming from? What? I don't believe it.
this room.
How did people buy this shit?
He picked me up and put me on a bed. He pulled my tongue out. I'm watching this from above. He places his hand on my chest and pushes on my chest, and the spirit went right back into my body.
A couple years later, he's in a bookstore and he sees the Indian man that held him through this car crash on the back of a book and finds out that it's his Indian spiritual leader named Sai Baba. So he goes to India multiple times, ends up giving this guy millions and millions of dollars, and becomes best buddies with this Indian spiritual leader,
Hell no. He just fell into a cult, bruh.
Sai Baba. And when Sai Baba finds out that they're building a massive pyramid in Memphis and they're putting a Hard Rock Cafe on the top, Sai Baba gives Isaac this crystal skull and gives him instructions on how to mount it at the very top because it's gonna please the
How the fuck does he get permission for that, though? That's a crazy part. How does he get it up there?
cosmos or put out good vibes or some shit. So that's what Isaac Tigrit does. Then fast forward, the maintenance guys find it, they take it down, they track Isaac Tigrit down, and Isaac Tigrit is like, you need to put it back up there or you're gonna disrupt the cosmos. At which point they're like, no, that's fucking weird. We're not doing that. Alex Jones
I'm with them guys too.
is already breathing down our neck, saying that we're some satanic cult.
That turned the friggin' frogs gay.
We're not.
What is that clip? What? I've never seen that before.
Mounting crystal skulls at the top of the fucking pyramid. So then people find out about this. People start saying that now the pyramid is cursed, and it's starting to look like it's true because the first night it opens up for a concert, the sewage backs up and ruins the entire event. From here,
Oh, that's not good.
it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. One of the maintenance crew guys plummets
I think it's just coincidence, but who knows? Maybe it is cursed.
to his death. People keep falling down the staircases because the stairs are too steep because they built a concert venue inside of a fucking pyramid. The seats are
Yeah, of course, duh. Like it's a freaking pyramid.
comfy because they made them too small, trying to cram as many people into this auditorium as possible. Again, because it's a pyramid, which is not a great shape to have a concert venue to begin with. Eventually,
True.
a bunch of musicians refused to even play that venue because apparently the acoustics inside of a pyramid aren't that great. The entire venue just
Yeah,
becomes synonymous with
absolutely.
not having a good time. It's a huge waste of taxpayer money. Memphis is actually losing money every single month keeping this place open, and the people in
That's not good.
Memphis start referring to it as the Tomb of Doom. So by 2007, the
Tomb of
entire
Doom.
venue is just shut down. Nobody wants to go there anymore. And now there's just a big, empty, haunted pyramid on the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee. Cue Johnny Morris, the guy
Of course, Johnny Morris is gonna step in and save the pyramid.
expanding his hospitality and resort business. And he's like, you know what? I could put a Bass Pro Shop in that motherfucker. It'd be awesome. At face
Of course he would.
value, it's funny. Why wouldn't you go to a giant pyramid to buy a fishing lure? That's hilarious. But we're also going to call it the redneck Mecca. Why is that funny? Well, because Mecca is the holiest place in the Muslim faith, and every single Muslim on the planet is obligated to go there at least once in their life if they're physically and financially capable of doing so. We're going to quietly insinuate that every redneck in North America has a religious obligation to make a pilgrimage to Memphis so that they can buy a fishing lure from our pyramid.
That's so funny. And the fact that they have the fact that there's no way this is a thing. Rednecks don't do that, do they? Do they actually make pilgrimage to the Great Pyramids of the Bass Pro Shop? What?
Then we're going to put a 100-room resort.
Oh yeah, of course they have the fishing. I don't understand how they maintain those fish there. I always feel bad because it's not a big tank, but man, I always like seeing the fish in the tanks.
At the bottom of it, we're going to have a bowling alley. There's going to be an indoor swamp, a shooting range. It's going to be fucking awesome. I don't know what you're thinking. Why on
That
earth
sounds like an arcade at that point.
would you want to put your retail business inside of a haunted pyramid? Because your customer base is rednecks. You want to know who doesn't give a shit about being haunted? Rednecks. If anything, it makes it better.
Rednecks don't care about being haunted.
You know what's more fun than being able to go to a pyramid to buy a fucking fishing lure? Being able
What?
to go to a pyramid, buy a fishing lure with the slight chance that you're gonna get to shoot a ghost with a shotgun loaded with rock salt, okay? Okay, these are rowdy, fearless individuals. These are who Charlie Daniels was talking about, okay? If you told a story about any other demographic on the planet that started out with they made a deal with Satan, it would be a cautionary tale where this guy loses his soul. Not rednecks. Rednecks are gonna beat that motherfucker in a fiddle
Yeah, that is so true. They would in a heartbeat.
contest, win a golden
It's definitely the rednecks, yeah.
fiddle because they can. So the pyramid being cursed, definitely not a downside.
Like they don't care. They don't care if it's cursed or not. They love their Bass Pro Shop.
If anything, it's an upside. The only real downside, to be honest with you, is that, well, you're creating a tourist attraction for rednecks, and if they're staying overnight, they're probably going to get drunk and rowdy and get naked and take a cannonball into the fish tank.
Man made quite a splash at a Bass
There's no way. Of course they would.
Pro Shop when he swam naked. Police say he crashed his car in the parking lot, took off all of his clothes.
Of course. What the frick?
Jumped into the water yelling cannonball.
And then, of course, there's the cost. Obviously, buying the world's 7th largest pyramid that's on the river on prime real estate is going to be pretty expensive, whether it's haunted or not. So Johnny Morris doesn't really know if it's going to be a good business idea. He definitely doesn't want to lose money. So he just kind of like sets it in the hands of God and lets him make the decision. He decides, you know what? I'm just going to schedule a fishing trip on the Mississippi River right near the pyramid, and I'm going to go fishing for catfish. And if I catch a really big catfish, that's going to be my sign that I'm going to buy this pyramid. And sure enough, Johnny Morris...
No way. No freaking way. He decided based off if he got a fish or not.
goes on this fishing trip and catches a 34-pound fucking catfish.
Holy fuck.
in the shadow
It's
of
huge.
the pyramid. Okay, do you understand the significance of what I've just told you? This is the most American thing that's ever happened, all right? A pyramid got built in Memphis. It's the 7th largest pyramid on the planet that people now think is haunted because some millionaire that opened up the Hard Rock Cafe was drunk driving his Porsche and had a vision that he was saved by an Indian spirit guide. So he had him place a crystal skull at the top, and then it was haunted and run out of business, and then it got...
Okay, but how can it be haunted? I really think it's just the maintenance issues because it's a freaking giant ass pyramid paid with taxpayer money.
brought back by some dude that became a billionaire by selling fishing lures out the ass end of a liquor store in Springfield, Missouri. So
That is a goated history though. Like being able to say I sold fishing gear out of my parents' what is it? Beer business. I don't know. I forgot. liquor store business. Yeah.
in conclusion, I guess I don't know. I don't know how I got here, to be honest with you. I guess if we could draw anything from this, pick whatever you want to do in life, even if it's something as simple as selling fishing lures, and get so outrageously good at it that you can then financially justify buying a haunted pyramid.
That's so true. That's true.
America, I guess.
Your devil worship fails.
You can do anything you want.
The hillbillies, the country boy can't survive. The John Deere hat wins. You lose.
Be like this guy. Be like this guy. Have a dream in life, whether it's busting pyramid conspiracies or making a Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
Win. Your
By
little
Catch
devil
Me
palace is
Catfish.
falling down.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe.